Hey, I'm Rob Tatro from robtatro.com. Today we're talking about that inheritance you just got and what to do with it. It's a very, very stressful time. You just got a ton of money. Someone just passed away that's close to you, dear to you. Very, very difficult. Maybe you've never had this huge amount of wealth. Maybe it's doubled or tripled or quadrupled your net worth. So there's a lot of things you need to factor in, but the first one that I would suggest is to surround yourself with people you trust on the accounting, on the tax, on the lawyer side, and on the investment advice side. Those are people that you're going to want to make sure you get the full value of investments, because you don't want to screw this up. There's a whole bunch of different schemes out there. There's a lot of people trying to take advantage of people that just inherited money. You're going to have all sorts of friends and come out of the woodwork wanting you to pay for stuff potentially. So what we would suggest with respect to the actual investment assets is a strategy that takes a look at all the different aspects of, first of all, your debt, your net worth, your balance sheet, and put it all together. So you get a chunk of money, take a look at your debt side first. Do you have a lot of debt? Are you swimming in a situation where you're uncomfortable with your debt? Start with the highest paying debt that you have, probably on credit card debt or refinance debt, and eventually your car loan payments, and eventually your house or your mortgage, and take that through and take a look at what you have on the debt side. If the debt side is manageable, you got very little on there, maybe you don't actually need to clear out that debt. But if you do have some significant debt that you're paying, use the inheritance, pay that down. Obviously, if you got some 17-18% credit cards, those got to go. It goes without saying. So once you take a look at the debt, you'll have a chunk of assets that's left. So this will form part of your eventual asset, your net worth that's going to grow for you. It's going to create cash flow for you at retirement. So you got your assets, you sit there, you want to build, you want to start building a portfolio. So you're going to go to a portfolio manager, you're going to want to have some stocks, you're going to want to have some bonds, but you're going to have to factor in the market timing risk. If you get all your assets in one chunk, the last thing you want to do is buy all of your assets on the same day. You don't want to buy all the different stocks, all the different bonds, everything on the same day. It's just not prudent. You got a ton of market timing risk. If the market falls dramatically after you buy, your net worth now is significantly less. Now long term it'll likely be okay, provided you're able to stomach the market volatility. But if you're new to this, if you've never experienced market volatility, if this is your first experience with investing, it's going to be difficult, trust me. So what I would suggest is a market legging in period, where you're legging in over time. You're buying as the market drops or as the market moves or as time elapses. You add to the portfolio, you add to equities, you add to bonds, you add to whatever asset allocation you need. You should also take a look at your insurance picture. You should take a look at your estate planning picture, because now if you've inherited a significant sum, that might put you and your kids and your family in a different tax bracket upon your death. You might want to look at your insurance situation. You might want to take a look at some family trust situations. You might want to take a look at putting some shares of any companies you have, in or out, depending on what happens with your after-tax cash flow, because now you're getting a bunch of income that's going to be taxed. You got an inheritance. These are what's called non-registered dollars. So the income that's being generated from this will be taxed. So you need to make sure that your advisor is aware that these are non-registered assets. So you're going to want to take a look at REITs, real estate investment trusts. You're going to want to take a look at anything that pays a dividend. So a blue chip Canadian equity pays a dividend. Also preferred shares, they also pay dividends. So your taxable situation will be different, and you're going to want to make sure that the most tax favorable investments are in your non-registered account, and your least tax favorable are in your RSP and your tax-free savings. So this is the kind of stuff that you're definitely going to have to work with a professional to get to. And eventually what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to use this cash to supplement or fund your retirement and your cash flow. Anyways, a lot of risks out there, a lot of pitfalls. Make sure you keep an eye out for them. I'm Rob Tatro from robtatro.com. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our video. You will get notifications of when the next video comes in. Give us your comments, share, and like. Thanks so much.